Under grey skies and misty rain, Dublin, the capital city of Ireland, is embedded with sordid history, a past full of vigorous fights for independence. Despite arduous memories, it's easy to fall in love with Dublin. The city percolates immense patriotism. It's proudly delineated from traditional Irish folk music, delicious pints of beers, to its incredibly kind people. Here are some of the best things to do in Dublin so you can fall in love with the city unabashedly preserving its unique culture through ornamental songs and valiant stories. First, we take you inside the one beer in the world that's synonymous with Ireland. Surely is Guinness.
Welcome to the Guinness Storehouse in Dublin, self-guided tour, and it feels like Vegas or Disneyland of brewery tours.
This is a mega campus spanning over 7 floors and has been visited by 20 million visitors since 2000. Each floor covers a different aspect of the beer making process, starting from its base ingredient, water, barley, hops, and yeast. Then other floors cover barrel production, scientific facts, and marketing ideas behind iconic slogans. The tour ends with a complimentary pint at the building's rooftop bar, accompanied by a breathtaking 360-degree view of the entire city. Then head over to Dublin Castle on Dame Street. Until 1922, the castle was the seat of the British government's administration in Ireland. Once Ireland became a free state, the castle became official grounds for state ceremonies. The tour is well worth a few hours of a profound dive into Ireland's political history. Visitors can browse through different rooms used for various purposes. For instance, St. Patrick's Hall is an extravagant room for state departments and ceremonial purposes.
Welcome to the Jameson Distillery.
One of the most informative and best distillery tours in Dublin has to be Jameson Distillery, Bow Street. From 1780 to 1971, this was the site where the original Jameson Irish whiskey was produced and distilled. By 1886, the distillery became a world of its own, creating enormous job opportunities for millers, engineers, carpenters, coppersmiths, and more. After the fall from Prohibition era in the US, Jameson was one of the last distilleries in Ireland to close its doors in 1971. Today, the tour encompasses an interactive history lesson and delicious whiskey tasting.
Crossing the Halfpenny Bridge in Dublin.
If you're walking around central Dublin all day, you won't miss Halfpenny Bridge, also an iconic ivory structure over River Liffey. Built in 1816, it's the first iron bridge in Ireland and Dublin's oldest pedestrian crossing over River Liffey. Don't be fooled by its name, but Temple Bar is in fact a neighborhood and not a bar in downtown Dublin. This busy neighborhood is arguably the most crowded and tourist-happy area in the entire city. Ireland's oldest university, Trinity College, is where travelers can find the Book of Kells, a glistening copy of the 4 Gospels of the New Testament, embellished with Latin text and elaborate illustrations. The 9th century manuscript is displayed in the Old Library, which is also home to Brian Boru harp, Ireland's national symbol and the country's oldest surviving harp. The Old Library is currently under a conservation project, but normally it holds 200,000 books in the long room chamber. For book lovers, this would certainly be a sight for sore eyes. If you're ever confused about the difference between Scottish whiskey and Irish whiskey, you can learn all about it at the Irish Whiskey Museum. The visually appealing tour is somewhat theatrical as the guide puts on an animated show that narrates the entire history of whiskey production in Ireland. The tour concludes with the tasting of 3 different Irish whiskeys. Since 70% of the Irish population identify as Catholic in Ireland, a visit to St. Patrick's Cathedral is an integral part of the Dublin experience. The National Cathedral of the Church of Ireland was constructed as a tribute to Ireland's patron saint, and it's one of the few buildings still remaining from the medieval period. 1,500 years ago, St. Patrick also baptized Christian converts at this very place. Jonathan Swift, Irish author, poet, essayist, who also wrote Gulliver's Travels, was buried at the cathedral. The National Gallery of Ireland displays both Irish and European art. The wide array of masterpieces extend from 1300 to the present day, including works by Picasso, Monet, Vermeer, Caravaggio, Alice Neel, Jack B. Yeats, and many more. The museum is open every day of the week, offering free entrance for art fanatics, with free guided tours on weekends. If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more travel content.